Good morning.
No, I'm sick.
You're sick?
Yeah.
He keeps saying he's sick, which I think he is a little bit sick. But we're going to get coffee, Starbucks. He's going to get his egg bites. He has marker on his face. It's really a lot with him these days. And then we usually hang out in the morning. I read books. He watches YouTube. Okay, here's Theo's egg bites.
I need to put on here.
Why?
I need it for Dad. Need it.
No, put it on the cutting board. You got to cut it up. Here's my coffee with just heavy cream and stevia.
I want to go to that.
You want me to sit by you?
Huh?
You want me to sit by you?
I can feel you.
You're coming by me? This is our morning. Fifi is up. He's a great, happy baby. Theo's in his terrible twos. Mama's up. Watch out.
Yeah.
Theo just makes a mess constantly.
And I know everyone says that 2-year-olds are all like monstrous like this, but it's hard to believe that anyone is worse than Theo.
No, I believe it. Theo occasionally listens.
And did you tell him you're going to Michigan tomorrow?
Nope. Tomorrow we're leaving to go to Michigan, me and Theo. So I had to come into the office to grab a few things, and I have some Q&A questions people have been asking. I thought I'd go over those really quickly. What do you think about carb cycling every 3 months or so for a few weeks in a row while on keto? Incorporating carbs that aren't really considered keto so body doesn't become glucose intolerant. I don't think it's a terrible idea depending on what your goals are. If it doesn't inhibit your ability to stick to the diet long term, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it really, no matter what your goals are. If you're trying to lose weight, if you do like a period of time with more carbs, it'll probably just be tougher to lose weight, or maybe you'll be more hungry more often. But if you're still slowly and steadily meeting your goals, then I think it's totally fine. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how your keto journey has evolved. For example, did you always make healthy choices, or was it further down the path? Did you always snack, or did you incorporate that later on? How much has your day-to-day eating changed? Okay, yeah, so just general trajectory. Even if you watch our earlier videos, you can see that it has evolved quite a bit. So I think like very early on, the main focus was just being under the carbs. And I remember very early on, I would do like a lot of big salads and stuff. I wouldn't really worry about vegetable oils or even the quality of ingredients too much. It was mostly just low carb. And then I started like reading more and learning more about nutrition and stuff. And I focused more on eating healthy stuff as opposed to just avoiding the bad stuff. Pretty much always snacked. That's been a big part. But like sometimes when I'm being really strict, I'll just do like 2 meals a day. I did 1 meal a day for a while. But pretty much the evolution was I started with doing really low carb, eating whatever I wanted that was at least low carb. And then I've gotten to more and more caring about the ingredients, the nutrition of everything, especially with having kids and like trying to get pregnant and stuff. Nutrition became a bigger focus. What are your favorite snacks and meals for 6 to 12-month-olds? Well, 6 to 12-month-olds, I mean, there's different philosophies with all this. What we do is 6 to 12-month-olds don't really have like snacks or meals. They just eat like single foods. When you start to get to 12 months, like 1 year old, then maybe you're having kind of more meals. We just follow like the Weston A. Price Foundation guidelines, which is you introduce one food at a time for a few days. Starts with like egg yolks, bone broth, steak, things like that. We do baby-led weaning, so we don't do purees or anything. So we just will give the baby like a strip of steak, and they basically just suck on it, suck the juices out of it. And we do that for... I don't know exactly how long, I don't remember. But by the time you get to be about a year, then you're having more meals. Does ionized water pH balance have any effect on helping hydration? I'm not too sure about that. My general philosophy is just do what's natural. So if you look up what like natural water pH is, it kind of is a pretty wide range. But like generally natural water, spring water, like river water has a lot of dissolved minerals in it. And it's like pretty neutral pH from my understanding, like 7.2 to 8, maybe somewhere in that range. So I pretty much just do that. I don't do any of the like super alkalized water or anything like that. How do I know how many electrolytes to take in? This is mostly going to just be trial and error. I would start with just taking like maybe a little bit of electrolytes in the morning with your morning water or whatever and see how you feel, and adjusting from there. Basically, the major symptoms of not having enough is like low energy, feeling dehydrated, things like that, maybe like headaches. So there are a lot of pre-made electrolyte mixes, which we do actually have a sponsor for this video, LMNT. So they make a really good electrolyte mix. And if you use the link down below, you can get one of these sampler packs, which has 8 different flavors in it, and you just pay for the price of shipping. Like something like this is really good. Oh, whoa, there's actually a new flavor in this one too. Mint chocolate. So that is one I would put in my coffee in the morning. They have a bunch of different flavors. I think 8 or 9 different flavors now. It's sweetened with stevia, and the ingredients are really simple. So one problem a lot of people have when they do keto is if you're doing a standard American diet, it's really high in electrolytes. It's like because you're eating a lot of processed food, which has a lot of sodium. It might be kind of low in the other minerals, but it's definitely high in sodium. Probably like maybe 6 grams or something a day. I don't know what the American average is, but it's pretty high. If you have like a meal from McDonald's, that probably has like 3 to 4 grams of sodium in it, I would think. So then when people do a no processed food diet, like they do keto or they do like a vegetarian diet or something, your sodium intake goes way down, probably like 1,500 milligrams or maybe like 2 grams a day. I think it makes a lot of sense to supplement with some electrolytes like this. So I like to shoot for getting around like 4 to 5 grams per day. Probably like 2 to 3 grams will just come naturally from food, like salting my food. And then maybe 1 gram, like 1 packet of this is 1 gram. I will get of sodium from a supplement like this. And that tends to be a pretty good starting point. And then you can adjust and like just basically go by how you feel. So if you go to drinklmnt.com/KetoConnect, I'll also link that down below. You get one of these sampler packs and it has 8 different flavors in there. So link down below, Drink LMNT, give them a try. Mega is at her doctor's appointment and I am here with both kids, which is very hard. But I think we're gonna go to the play zone, right? You want to go to the play zone?
Yeah, I'll put my shoes.
Okay, he has light up shoes now. Just got back from the play zone. I've done the impossible and gotten both kids to sleep at the same time. Theo's usually pretty good. He'll sleep for like 2 hours. Felix will probably wake up in the next like 30 minutes. I'm cooking breakfast for me and Theo. First thing we're having is these sausages, which are both of our favorites. And while I was cooking, I had one of these as a snack. It's an epic bar. And then I'm also just gonna do some eggs. Probably, Theo usually has like 2 sausages, 1 egg, and I'll have about 4 eggs and the rest of the sausages here. Okay, here's what we got. This is mine, and this is Theo's, which he'll eat when he wakes up. Okay, it's been a long day over here. Theo's a monster. Fifi's hanging out.
Oh, nice.
No, leave him. And I tried really hard watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail last night. Just like, because I know a lot of people love it. It's like a cult classic, I think. I kind of get it. Like, there's some funny parts to it, but in general, I don't get it. Like, it's just such dumb humor to me. I don't understand it. Mega got me these Buffalo Wild Wings vinegar, what is it called? Like sea salt and vinegar flavor. Just a dry rub. So I'm going to heat these up and have these for dinner. And Theo just like takes a bite out of different apples. I burned them. Not too badly. They're still edible. Theo's gonna have some of these too.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
No.
I'll be careful. I want to do it good.
You can't, you want to cut that?
Yeah.
You got a fork. Okay guys, we are back, but it's been about 6 days actually since we started this vlog. So you get a little 2-for-1 special. But Theo's daycare got closed for like 10 days and then we went to Michigan, just me and him, to see my parents, and now we're back and we're cooking dinner. And I'm cooking.
Dad, I will be careful.
No.
I will be really careful.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. So now I'm cooking dinner. I'm doing just bacon and these green beans. I'm gonna like cook the bacon first, then cook the green beans in it.
I can cut it.
Be careful. And then I'm also gonna do chicken thighs. Chicken is done, looking good. The green beans and bacon are cooking. And apparently Theo does this now. It's first time. I don't actually mind it that much because at least he's like playing with himself and not needing me to be there. I remember doing this a lot when I was a kid. Here's dinner in bed.
Green beans are my favorite.
You're like the grandpa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course. But him and the grandma lay together.
Yeah, there's 4 of them in the bed.
Yeah.
Actually seems kind of nice. We're all in bed for our wind down routine.
Our favorite time of the day.
Theo's loving it. Fifi's getting in on the action a little bit. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.